You want your children to be more successful than you, right? It's a pretty easy question as a parent. I mean, at least it is to me. According to the Program for International Student Assessment, children with their own bank account are 22 points higher in their financial literacy assessment. Guys, today I want to talk to you about learning to talk to your children about finances. So let's get into it.
Be better tomorrow because of what you do today.
So how do you start the process of successful financial literacy in your children? Right? It seems kind of like a scary question, but it's not. In fact, researchers tell us children as young as five understand the emotional implications of finances, guys. So it's time to start this conversation. My name's Brent, by the way. I'm the Fallible Man, and I make content for men. So let's get into this, guys. Number one, guys, stop making money taboo, right? We have to stop using negative terms and negative emotions when we talk about finances in front of our children. It'll actually start them off with a really bad setup for how they view money. If you have a negative emotional reaction, if you have a negative relationship with finances and money, your children likely will too. So stop with the negative talk, and instead of saying things like, well, we can't afford that, or there's just no money for that. Start with planning language, guys. Start saying things like, it's not something we can do today, but let's make a plan about how we can make that possible. Or, I don't think that's in the budget today, but let's start talking about how to put that in the budget if it's something we really want to do. Stop with negative words because they will impact your children's emotional response to money. Number two, guys, start including them in family dialogue on family finances. Have you ever done this? Have you ever stopped a conversation because your kid was in the room, where maybe you and your spouse or whoever you make your financial choices with were discussing the budget or how things are going, and the kid walks in and you clam up, right? Not the best response, guys. Start including the family in financial conversations. Start including the whole family. Okay, this isn't just random advice. I have a 6-year-old and a 9-year-old. This morning, when I was looking at my stock account, my 6-year-old was sitting beside me asking me about stock tickers and what those meant. And so I had an incredible conversation about what stock tickers, those are the little numbers or letters that represent companies, if you aren't familiar, with my child. My 6-year-old, and she was understanding, guys. We were talking about digital currencies and market fluctuation. They're not too young, and you can start them to be more successful than you ever were as a parent or as an adult now. You can help them get there way before, guys. Number three, you need to start teaching them why some things are more expensive and some things are less expensive, and when it actually matters, right? Who's a coupon clipper? Sound off in the comments below. Tell me if you're a coupon person. I hate clipping coupons, guys. I don't do it. I won't do it. It just drives me insane. I don't even like pulling out my little Safeway card or whatever store you go from, Meijer card, whatever store you go to. I don't even like pulling that thing out, okay? But start comparison shopping with your children. Explain it now. Give them the opportunity to learn while you can. Take them to the grocery store is an amazing place to do this with, because there are so many name brands and off brands all over the grocery store, right? I grew up eating nothing but Hellmann's mayonnaise and Jif creamy peanut butter. Are they the best? Well, in my opinion, they are. Well, they always were, because that's what I learned. But start showing them the difference between why some things are more expensive and it's just a name, and why some things are cheaper because they don't have that name. Start teaching them to comparison shop now, and help them understand that some things are just branding and some things actually have value that are more expensive, because there is a difference. Now, before we get into the visual part of this equation, guys, tell me in the comments below. I want to know, okay? Here's our big question. I'll put it up on the screen. How do you talk to your kids about finances? Or do you even talk to your kids about finances? Have you been teaching them? Have you been showing them and teaching them how to increase their financial journey? So the question is, how do you talk to your kids about finances and money? Sound off below. We want to hear all about it, guys. I can't wait to read the responses, and I read every single one of them. So let's get into it. Number 4, I want you to share your budget. Now, I understand that there are things you can't share with your children, okay? There are decisions that are adult decisions. There are decisions that are children's decisions. My 6-year-old does not get included, and my 9-year-old does not get included in every financial decision my wife and I make. However, we are trying to include them in a lot more financial conversations. My children have their own business. It's a small little business. They design t-shirts. They sell them on redbubble.com. I'll put that up here. Go support my kids. Hey. And the main reason we do it is to teach them about business, right? So we actually had a conversation not long ago where they chose to invest in some advertising through social media advertising for their Instagram account to help get more eyes on their Instagram account, because that's where they do most of their advertising. That was like an entire business meeting between my wife and I and our children. My parents were a part of that because they were with us. And we had this incredible meeting where my kids were weighing the cost of marketing at a cost value. Does this actually help us? So guys, include them in your budget. Hopefully you have a budget. If you don't, you need to write a budget, guys. I'm going to put a video over here about basic finances to help you be more financially successful in your own life. And I'll link that up over here. But guys, if you don't have a budget, make a budget, but include your children on that budget. Let them see the way cash flows. If they don't see it now, they're never going to understand it. Start the conversation today. Give your kids a future. Prepare them. Watch our next video in the series, guys. I'm going to show you how I introduce finances, the concepts of investing, savings, donations. I will share with you the way you can introduce these concepts to your children as young as 5 with no problem and get them thinking about their financial future. Guys, I can't wait to see you in the next video. And until then, be better tomorrow because of what you do today. I am the Fallible Man, and I'll see you next time.